What's up, what's up, what's up? This is your girl, You the Best, and you are listening to and watching Svatii Says. Today I am going to do a 2020 prediction reading for the Cancer Collective for the spring of 2020. I'm just going to do March, April, May, and June. And so thank you for listening. If this resonates with you, please send me a like, subscribe, or a comment, and definitely hit me up for private readings. In the wake of this coronavirus madness, I have decided to do live one-on-one private readings on Google Hangouts. So it's a two-way reading. You'll have an opportunity to ask questions, and we can really discuss the cards that you are born with or any particular questions that you might have. Again, this is a reading for the Cancer Collective for the spring of 2020. Thank you, my beloved, my honorable ancestors, my spirit guides and angels. Thank y'all for helping to heal my heart, my mind, my throat, for guiding my hands and my words, and helping me to deliver the message to the Cancer Collective that you would have me deliver. Amen. Amen. And so it is. Ashe. Alrighty, so I will draw 4 cards that I call the top line: a long range card, a Pluto end result pair, and an environment card. And then I will draw a card for each of the months: March, April, May, and June. And we'll see what happens. Alrighty, so our long range energy for the Cancer Collective. Ooh, nice. The 8 of Hearts, the card of emotional power, or what I think of as the healer's card. So apparently this spring of 2020 is about y'all either connecting with a healer or probably more likely connecting with the healers in yourselves. That's dope. Let's see what our Pluto. So the Pluto is the 5 of Clubs, which is the card of mental restlessness. And Pluto is our 5D teacher. Our Pluto card tends to be the challenge that is on the table for whatever time period we're talking about. And so the 5 of Clubs, the card of mental restlessness, is kind of a challenging card in almost every position except for maybe environment and Jupiter. But we're definitely going to be called upon to take control of our minds. We're really reaching towards this healer aspect, and in order to manifest and actualize that energy, we have to have control of our minds. Our minds cannot be running amok and doing whatever they want to do. So meditation, of course, is going to be huge. And I do have guided meditations up at youdabest.bandcamp.com. That's EUD as in David, BEST.bandcamp.com. You can listen to them for free as much as you would like. And of course, there's trillions, I would imagine, of guided meditations on YouTube, or if you have your own meditation practice. I understand that it is very difficult to meditate, especially in this Western world. Sitting still almost seems contrary to being productive, but if you're looking to actualize this healer aspect in yourself, you're going to have to get control of your mind, and meditation is one of the practices that you're going to need. So the result of dealing with that mental restlessness, we got the Joker, and I'm going to call this reversed. And so normally I read the Joker just as the Fool card. In a reversed position, I think of it more as the Hanged Man. And so in this position, I feel like if we can control and mitigate our mental restlessness, or when we do, because this Eight of Hearts energy is eights, fours, eights, and tens are power cards. And so having this 8 here means that yes, you have some challenges that you have to handle, but the 8 is really helping to make those challenges easier than they have to be. And not just the 8. I mean, ultimately, evolution is very important for us right now so that the planet doesn't have to shake us off. And so not only is this energy here for the Cancer collective, everything behind the veil is here for anyone who's willing to do some personal work to level up. Everything behind the veil wants us to become our highest selves. So anyway, dealing with this mental restlessness is going to help you to change your perspective and to see things the way, or in a different way. And let's see what our environment card, nice, the Ace of Spades is our environment card. So the Ace of Spades is the Magi, or the card of ambition. And so ultimately, this spring season for the Cancer collective is going to be about, of course, aces are also about new beginnings. Aces are very, very creative energy. If you can imagine the kind of energy it takes to take something from idea form into materialization, it's kind of that same spark that it takes to create life is what that ace energy is. So it's very creative. It is brand new. The Ace of Spades in particular is about transformation. So this spring season is ultimately bringing transformation for the Cancer collective and leading y'all, us. I have a Cancer moon, which is why I'm doing Cancer right now. But ultimately, we are being transformed and we are coming into this very powerful healing energy as long as we are willing to do some work and have some discipline around mitigating or controlling our mental restlessness. Dope. All right, so let's shift into Mars. Even though there's not a lot of time left in Mars, I do think it is a good time to look at that. We are still this is the day before the equinox and the new moon in Aries, which kind of together, in my opinion, signal the true new year. So I think it is worthwhile to look at what the universe has to say, or the cosmos, about Mars. And the card we got for Mars is the Jack of Spades, which is the most creative card in the deck. The Jack of Spades is the actor, the thief, and the spiritual initiate. And so I feel like this last part of March for the Cancer collective is all about honoring and channeling your creativity. Now, creative energy is very kind of chaotic, I guess, and it really, really needs to be mitigated. And so this Jack of Spades combined with this Five of Clubs suggests that keeping a journal around for this last part of March is going to be very important and helpful. Obviously, when the cosmos is sending us creative ideas, we can't always stop what we're doing and create, but we can at least write down the ideas that we get. And writing those ideas down is kind of the first step of bringing those ideas into material manifestation. And whether you intend to actually put time and energy into that particular idea right away or not, writing it down will keep the cosmos from picking at you. Because a lot of times when we're being sent creative ideas, if we don't actualize them in some way, shape, or form or the other, then that creative energy turns into fear, doubt, worry, and anxiety, which are really the only demons that any of us have to worry about. So be expecting to be flooded with a lot of creative ideas for this last part of March, and keep your journals handy, and keep the mind decluttered. Ultimately, fear, doubt, worry, and anxiety are, in my opinion, manifestations of a cluttered mind, and journaling is one of the best ways to declutter the mind. Moving into April, nice. Y'all have the Queen of Diamonds, which is the philanthropist card. So many of y'all will be acting as a philanthropist for others in some way, shape, or form or the other. And some of y'all will actually be attracting philanthropists to maybe add money to your cause, or just support you in some way, shape, or form or the other, which for some reason I keep saying today. Anyway, the other thing that comes to mind right now when I see that card, because I know one of my, maybe not one of my closest friends, but someone I really kind of adore, is the Queen of Diamonds. And so yeah, the thing that I really love about this particular system is that these cards are not only energies that are present for us to work with, these are people. And so if this system is something that resonates with you, then you might want to start collecting and knowing the birth cards of the people that are around you. And then when you do readings for yourself, or you begin to mess with the playing cards, you will, like for instance, I do a weekly reading for myself. And in the beginning, I feel like it was very, do this, do that, be prepared for this, be prepared for that. But now, after months of doing these weekly readings, it's clear that the universe is just talking to me about who is going to show up in my life, when, and how. And so all that to say that this Queen of Diamonds could actually be a person. The Queen of Diamonds, I know for August 1st is a Queen of Diamonds birthday. And there are several other Queen of Diamonds or birthdays, period. If you do want to start looking up your own birth card or the birth cards of the people who are around you, feel free to hit me up at sarahsvatii@gmail.com. That's sarahsvatiisays@gmail.com. Or I get my definitions from Robert Camp's Cards of Your Destiny. And he has a website, which is the number 7thunders.com. If you go to that website on your computer, on the right-hand side, there will be a widget where you can enter birthdays and find out what a person's birth card is. If you go to that site on your phone, you're going to have to scroll all the way down to the bottom of the site, and the widget will be there. So all that to say, if this resonates with you, if you're interested in this system, you can find out your own birth card and start to look up the birth cards of others by hitting me up or checking out 7thunders.com. Moving on to May. Nice, y'all got 2 8s already in this reading. So the May card is the 8 of Clubs, which is the card of mental power. 8s are all about power. Again, they're a power card. So even in the most challenging positions, it's a very mitigating energy. And particularly what this 8 of Clubs is saying about May is that us will be having the kind of mental power where if we really spend some time focusing on visualizing and seeing our goals, we will actually have the power to manifest them faster. So definitely spend some time in May with some very serious focus on whatever your goals are, and really visualize it. When it comes to manifestation, there's kind of 3 steps, or I guess 3 maybe mundane steps, which is think it, speak it, and write it. But ultimately, it is the emotion behind what we think, speak, and write that helps it to manifest, which is why it's so easy for many folks to manifest their fears, because fear is a huge, huge energy, and it's kind of, I would say, the strongest energy present for the average person in the West. So yeah, you want to think it, speak it, write it, but you also want to kind of manifest a powerful emotion behind it. So if you are in a just emotional place, try to think about what it is that you want to create. Try to use that emotion to your benefit by also visualizing your goals. And of course, you can manifest the energy. When I want to manifest something, I try to see the end point. Like, we can't, most of us, there probably are some psychic people out there who know all the steps, but most of us, instead of being concerned about the baby steps to get to our goal, we kind of want to see the end game. See yourself wearing the dress that you would wear to the celebration party. See yourself dancing and having fun, and try to really see it to the point where you're manifesting the joy. So use this mental power that we're going to have in May to create and visualize some goals for yourself. Shifting into June. Damn, it is going down. This is a powerful reading. So in June, the Cancer Collective has the Queen of Spades, which is the card of self-mastery. And so obviously, mastery of self is kind of something of a challenge. But I suspect with it being here in June, combined with these 2 8s, that again, it's almost something that any amount of work is given. Let me say that better. It's almost like this mastery, this self-mastery that we're going to need in June to be the final step of actualizing this 8 of Hearts, or the healer energy, is going to require work, but it's not going to require a bunch of hard work. If we stay on top of this mental restlessness that is our Pluto challenge, then I feel like all the rest of this stuff is a given. So come June, the Cancer Collective should have a fair amount of mastery of self, which of course speaks to having a certain amount of mastery over your environment, which is going to be the final step in actualizing this healer energy that is the focus of the Cancer Collective for the spring of 2020. Dope, dope, dope. Creativity, philanthropy, mental power, and self-mastery, leading us to our highest healer, transforming us into our highest healer, bringing us new perspectives on life and I guess the way to be during this spring season. Again, this has been, I would imagine, a relatively short episode of Svatii Says. Thanks again for tuning in. And let me ask again that if this resonates with you, I would appreciate a like, share, subscribe, comment, and send me an email if you would like your own personal reading. sarasvatisays@gmail.com. I am doing Google Hangout readings right now, and so we can spend some time and I can really help you to understand how to best play the hand that you've been dealt. Thank you so much for listening. Enjoy this wonderful, wonderful spring season that the Cancer Collective has coming up. I love y'all. Peace.